When we're young, we see everything in vibrant colours. There's magic all around us. Our dreams meld with reality, and there's a spark inside that we think will never extinguish. The sky seems reachable, and everything is possible. We can be whoever and whatever we want to be. And then one day you wake up and the colours are a little less bright. The noise is louder, there's more pressure, more responsibility, more rules. Your friends, your peers are edging past you in the running race that is your life, and you start to think, what if I'm not special? What if I'm just normal? Have you ever read a book or watched a movie and thought, I wonder what all those people in the background think about what's going on in their school or their town? Like, the main characters are discovering they have these strange abilities or are fighting off an alien race, and the other people in the back of the frame are just kind of going about their day. The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness is a book about those people. Anyone that knows me knows that Patrick Ness is one of my favourite authors, and while this is my first video about one of his books, I know for a fact that it won't be the last. He's a writer who never drops the ball, whose stories always have me engrossed from page one, and who can embody his characters with such depth and realness that it makes me wonder if he's somehow crawled inside another person's head while writing each novel, as each of his characters are such different individuals. The Rest of Us Just Live Here is centred around a boy named Mikey. Mikey isn't one of the indie kids, aka the ones the movies and books are normally about, the quote-unquote main characters. They're the ones battling the aliens, stopping zombie apocalypses, or just generally saving the world. And Mikey, on the other hand, just wants to get through high school without being one of the unnamed victims of an otherworldly tragedy.
You're not even human.
The story follows Mikey as he navigates friendships, relationships, and family dramas. And hilariously, each chapter begins with a brief paragraph about what's simultaneously going on with the indie kids. Their story is so much more extreme, death-defying and surreal than Mikey's is, and that's what got me thinking about this week's video. Because at a few times in the book, Mikey actually seems to envy the indie kids' lives, despite the fact that a lot of them don't survive long enough to graduate. Now at first you ask yourself, why? Why on earth would anyone want to face up to the court of immortals when they could just be safe at home, arguing with their sister about going to a concert? But then it hit me. Even though Mikey lives in this town that's used to this sort of chaos and is around to see the death toll rise, a part of him also sees the way the indie kids are regarded. They are heroes, saving the town over and over from total annihilation. They're never ignored, they're respected, they're held in a higher regard than he or any of his regular friends are. And on the one hand, he's happy he's not involved and that he has a chance at a normal life. But on the other, wouldn't it be nice to have all eyes on him for a change? Mikey is not your typical main character, especially when there are things such as mystical animal possessions going on in the town and he's got nothing at all to do with it. And yet, I'm holding a 345-page book entirely told through Mikey's eyes that's solely his story. It's easy to look around and feel like you're falling behind. I know I've felt it. I think everyone has at some point. There's always someone that's doing better than you, who's succeeding where you're not, who seems like everything comes easily to them. You watch people go down different routes and you wonder, should I follow them? Is that path the one I should be walking on? Do they know something I don't? And then there's the additional factor of social media. Sure, it's an amazing thing to be able to stay connected with people all over the world, to share your life, to document your existence and immortalise it in ones and zeros. But it's hard not to compare yourself to the people you see on there, the people you deem to be ahead of you in whatever race you're competing in. You feel like they're winning and you're just falling behind. But the truth is, the only person you're racing is yourself. You can decide your own route. You can decide which finish line you want to cross. You can switch on your tunnel vision and sprint towards whatever your goals are. And yeah, Someone might cross the line ahead of you, or they might win 5 races in the time it takes you to complete 1, but none of that matters. The fact you're even running at all is what's truly important. So chase after what it is that you want, no matter how long it takes to reach it. Don't keep looking sideways at what other people are doing. Respect yourself, your pace, and your limits. And remember, you are the main character of your life, so it's up to you what you make of it.